Tough loss. I would have absolutely loved to have finished this a go-on break with a win, but we played a really, really good team. And I'm actually excited that we played that team because this team gives us a great measuring stick that we can throw out the window what young teams should be able to do and what they cannot do.
After you beat Bakersfield earlier in the week, you said your team needed to play a lot better against Oklahoma.
Yes.
Because it's a better opponent, and today you scored 61. You had to defend a couple of terrific guards. Where did you see some improvement?
Well, I saw improvement, I think, with Cal State Bakersfield. I think we turned the ball over 29 times. So I think we got better in that area, but I think there's times when we was making a run and we turned the ball over at the absolute wrong time. So we cut down on our turnovers. If I look at it, we may have put together 3 pretty good quarters, but it was one quarter that we played where we only scored 8 points again against a team that in my mind was the best team that we played with a combination of talent and played well together for each other was Oklahoma. And I tried to prepare our team and told them they would have to have their best game, and unfortunately we played better, but we didn't play our best game.
Oklahoma comes in here with a couple terrific guards. Taylor Robertson was the leading three-point shooter in the country.
Yes.
And Shayna Pellington, terrific ball handler and penetrator. What do you think specifically about your defensive effort on those two?
Well, I think we fell short on both. Pellington is one of the, if not the most athletic, quickest. She's a one-woman press break. You won't see anybody any quicker, any better. You probably see somebody who matches up with that, but she's as good as it gets when it comes to what her skill set is. And of course, you mentioned you got a freshman who is, in my mind, if there's a better shooter in the country, bring it and compare it. And you got 2 skill sets that at the best in the country. When I look at Oklahoma's record, it doesn't indicate how good that team is, and I think they're just trying to put together the pieces. I think they're going to be very, very good. So it was a good test for us tonight.
You had 24 points at halftime, and then you got 23 in the third quarter alone.
Yes.
And outscored OU in the third quarter. What did you say at the intermission, and what changed after the break?
Well, it's the stuff that I say all the time. It's just a matter of when the student is ready to receive the teacher's information. You never know. That's the question mark when you have a young team. And I didn't want to always put it on the youth, but it's something you can't escape. You don't know when the light's going to come on. You don't know when something's going to trigger. You don't know what combination you put out there that's going to click. Because I can put a combination out there and you can see they can score 23 in one quarter. And I play that same combination again and they may give us 8. And that's the inconsistency that I think we're going to fight just time in order to get better.
Alicia Froling picked up her third foul right before halftime. How much did that mess up your rotation and your plans for the second half?
A lot. Because when she got her fourth, I mean, it's tough. Then she has to play the game a different way. I can see her wanting to go get rebounds. I can see her wanting to go defend. But she finds herself pulling up, not completely committing to going to get it or committing to scoring it. And it changes the way that she plays. And she's our most experienced player, our most effective players when it comes to being able to do things in the middle of traffic. And I saw her entire mindset change. She was trying to score, but she was trying not to get an offensive foul. And you can't do that much thinking. You have to play on your instincts, and it affected her tremendously.
You got scoring from 9 of the 10 players who got on the floor for you today. How important is that wider balance going to be going forward rather than relying on just a handful of players to carry the load?
The utmost importance, simply because, as I mentioned earlier, if I can get everybody to score, even when I don't know who is going to be scoring for me on a consistent basis, it helps because at some point someone will be able to give me something. And sometimes it changes the plays that I run. It changes my rotation, and sometimes it changes the chemistry because we find our players playing tonight. Bree Tolley played extremely well. She was effective when she went in there. She got some rebounds. She scored some shots. And you could tell that players weren't used to playing for her for a significant amount of time, but she was being effective. So it changes, but if I can get everybody scoring, it's going to make everything better.
you always seem to be a coach who's looking forward to the next game and the next game after that. But you sort of hinted at the fact that Oklahoma is also a very young team.
Yes.
Will you hang on to this game film longer to show your team again and again that, hey, freshmen and sophomores can play bigger and bigger roles?
I think this game will be probably the most significant game we played up until now in this season, simply because I can really compare their freshmen to our freshmen. I can talk about, I can show them a team where you have a group of players that only do what they do. They don't try to do anything outside of their role or their strengths. And that's where they're gaining confidence, and that's where their team gains confidence and gains trust in what it is that they're doing. I think if I'm able to break this film down and show it to our team, I think is one, they have a lens that they can compare themselves to another team with 7 freshmen.